It's Phagu Purnima, or the Holi festival today, the festival of colors and happiness. The festival has been observed with much fanfare and enthusiasm across the hilly region of the country, including Kathmandu Valley today. The Holi festival will be celebrated in the Tarai region tomorrow. The Hindu festival of Holi celebrates the arrival of spring. It is a festive day to forget and forgive, and as per legends, Holi celebrates the victory of good over evil. Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Holi, the festival of colors, celebrated with much fanfare and enthusiasm in the hilly region and Kathmandu Valley. Holi to be celebrated in Tarai tomorrow. Transitional Justice in a Sorry State, Truth and Reconciliation Commission and Commission on Enforced Disappearances remain dormant, state indifferent to end peace process. Federal Parliament and provincial assemblies failed to move ahead with agenda, 2 months occupied with government formation and election of the Speaker. And Nepal tame host UAE by 42 runs. Nepal inch closer to saving one-day status and a place in the World Cup global qualifiers. Phagu Purnima, or Holi, the festival of colors, has been celebrated with much fanfare in the capital and other parts of the hilly region of the country today. Holi, the festival of colors, was observed in the hilly areas, including the capital Kathmandu today. The public open spaces at Jaulakhel, New Baneshwar and Basantapur Darbar Square, including many restaurants, pubs and corporates, hosted musical events and programs throughout the day today. Revelers celebrated the festival by smearing red vermilion powder and throwing color and water-filled balloons at each other. The festival is celebrated in the southern part of the country tomorrow. The Kathmandu Valley rejoiced in the colors of Holi festival throughout the day today. With fears of coronavirus now subsided, the general public, including children and elderly, freely celebrated the festival. Foreigners and tourists were also seen playing Holi with the general public at different places. Holi is essentially a Hindu festival that celebrates spring, love, and the victory of good over evil. In our Public Voice segment today, we have asked people in several provinces what they like about the Holi festival. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
सबै साथीभाइहरु भेटिन्छन् एकै ठाउँमा जम्मा हुन्छन् अनि सबै कलरफुल भएर बस्दा हुन्छन् कलर खेल्छन् त्यही रमाइलो लाग्छ
अनजान व्यक्तिहरुसँग भेटिन्छ रमाइलो गरिन्छ रङ दलिन्छ एकअर्कामा
साथीभाइहरु आफन्तहरु भेटिन्छ रङ खेल्न पाउँछ
रंगी बिरंगी रङहरुले चाहिँ सबैजनामा सजेर आउँदाखेरि एउटा चाहिँ सबैजना भेटघाट हुँदाखेरि रमाइलो हुन्छ
रङसँग चाहिँ खेल्नु त्यसपछि यो आत्मीयता बढ्नु चाहिँ मलाई एकदम राम्रो लाग्छ
आफू भित्र लुकेर रहेको बचपना निकाल्न पायो त्यही रमाइलो होलीको
यतिकै तपाई रेन्डमली गरेर कोहीसँग कुरा गर्न सक्नु हुँदैन तर होलीमा सक्नुहुन्छ
रंगी बिरंगी कलरहरु चाहिँ धेरै मन पर्छ
यो असत्यमाथि सत्यको विजयको प्रतीकको रूपमा यसलाई मनाइएको
एकअर्का नचिनेको लागि नि हामी कलर लाउँछौं हामीलाई डर लाग्दैन त्यो चाहिँ सबभन्दा राम्रो पक्ष लाग्छ
अरु ठाउँमा गएर रमाइलो गर्ने आफ्नो फ्यामिलीसँग रमाइलो गर्ने साथीभाइहरुसँग रमाइलो गर्ने हो त्यसै मन पर्छ
अनजान मान्छेहरुको माया पाउनु नै सबभन्दा होलीको रमाइलो पार्ट हो
The deadline for the publicity for the presidential election expires from midnight tonight. The Election Commission has prohibited the publicity of the presidential candidates from midnight till the polling center is closed on the day of the election on 9th of March. During this period, no one can ask for votes in favor of the presidential candidates or influence the voters in any capacity and through any medium. The Commission has also prohibited all discussions regarding the election or to hold assemblies, conferences, meetings, among others. Meanwhile, the election officers have also started to go to the election centers from today. 7 election officers each have been posted at the Federal Parliament and the election centers of the Provincial Assembly. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the Commission on Enforced Disappearances were formed 8 years after the Peace Process Comprehensive Agreement. However, the two commissions could not execute their works in a conducive atmosphere, while subsequent governments failed to act seriously to take the transitional justice to a logical conclusion. Political parties have lacked urgency to conclude the transitional justice since the signing of the Comprehensive Peace Agreement. The acts formulated to support transitional justice received flack as the victims complained that the laws favored the perpetrators. The two commissions formed became dormant even before they could complete the objective of their formation. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission has received some 64,000 complaints from across the country, while there are 13,000 complaints filed at the Commission on Enforced Disappearances. Both the commissions have the jurisdiction of recommending action against statute of limitation. However, the commissions face obstacles including statute of limitations, erasing of evidences, among others. The scenario is such that efforts are underway to arrange blanket amnesty for perpetrators, while the other side is looking to drag the cases to the international court. Likewise, there are also accusations of actors trying to take advantage of the ongoing stalemate. The existing laws consider the killings, forced disappearances, rapes, among others, as gross violation of human rights. The onus is therefore on political parties to bring the transitional justice to a logical conclusion, which at the moment seems a hard task. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, why has peace process not reached a logical conclusion for 16 years? 29% voted for A, lack of responsibility. 59% voted for B, power-centric attitude. And 12% voted for C, a serious issue. And here's today's question. What should be done to prevent the shortage of chemical fertilizers? Your options are A, promote organic fertilizers, B, establish domestic factories, and C, facilitate procurement process. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Welcome back. The public expectations that the works of the House of Representatives and the province assemblies would take pace after the election of the public representatives from the November 20 elections just over 3 months ago. However, until now, only 6 to 17 meetings have been held so far. Apart from electing the Prime Minister, Chief Ministers, Speaker, and Deputy Speaker, the works of the House of Representatives and the province assemblies have not carried out the works that are worth mentioning. The Madhesh, Karnali, and Sudur Paschim province assemblies have not registered a single bill so far. The Sudur Paschim province assembly has only held 8 meetings up to now. After the first chief minister failed to secure the vote of confidence from the Sudur Paschim province assembly, a second chief minister was elected. However, the province assembly has not been able to move forward any works related to bills so far. The Karnali Province Assembly, which has held 6 meetings so far, has not registered any bills either. The Madhesh Province Assembly has also spent its time in only conducting the floor test for the Chief Minister and electing the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. The Province Assembly has held 7 meetings. However, the province government has failed to register any bills. The situation in Lumini Province Assembly is similar. Even as the Province Assembly has held 6 meetings and registered 1 ordinance and 1 bill, discussions have not been held on them yet. Meanwhile, the Province 1 Assembly, which had failed to come up with the province name in its first tenure, has finally decided to name it as Koshi Province. The Province Assembly, which has held 13 meetings, has passed 2 ordinance replacing bills, while additional bills have not been registered. Like Koshi Province, Bagmati Province Assembly has also called 13 meetings and passed 2 ordinance replacing bills, while a bill is in consideration. Likewise, Gandaki Province, which has held the most 17 meetings, has passed 2 ordinance replacing bills along with 4 bills, and its session has ended. These statistics show that all the province assemblies are not only in confusion but have not been able to start works related to bills. The change in political equation at the center has also invited more instability. The situation at the Federal Parliament is similar. 3 bills received from the National Assembly and 2 new bills have been registered at the House of Representatives. However, the House is not in a situation to carry out more works. Like the House of Representatives, the province assemblies have been centered in power share from the initial stage. Due to this, the works related to bills have not been able to move forward at the Federal Parliament and the province assemblies as expected by the public. And it's time now for the international update. An Islamabad District and Sessions Court today upheld the non-bailable arrest warrants for PTI Chairman Imran Khan. It issued last week in the Toshkhana case over his persistent absences in the case hearings. Additional Sessions Judge Zafar Iqbal announced the verdict reserved earlier in the day after hearing the arguments on an application filed by the PTI chief seeking the cancellation of his warrants. The same court had last week issued non-bailable arrest warrants for Imran after he decided not to turn up before the court while attending hearings of 3 other cases prohibited funding, terrorism, and attempted murder filed against him in other local courts located in proximity. Yesterday, an Islamabad police team was sent to Lahore to arrest Imran with the court summons. However, it returned empty-handed after the PTI chief evaded the arrest. Subsequently, Imran petitioned the Islamabad Sessions Court, arguing that the withdrawal of warrants would enable him a fair opportunity to appear and defend himself in the case. The PTI chief is accused of concealing in his assets declarations details of the gifts he retained from the Toshkhana, a repository where presents handed to government officials from foreign officials are kept. Officials are legally allowed to retain gifts provided they pay a pre-assessed amount, typically a fraction of the value of the gift. Welcome back. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Nepal chalked out a comprehensive 42-run victory over host UAE at the ICC World Cricket League 2 series. This was Nepal's first win over UAE in the League 2 and 3rd win of the UAE series. Electing to bat first at the Dubai International Stadium, Team Nepal's total of 229 runs was built around a patient 70 runs made by Bhim Sarki. Wickets fell at regular intervals for Nepal as Team Nepal were reduced to 4 for 59 and then 5 for 68. Bhim Sarki was well supported by Sandeep Lamichhane as the pair added 56 runs for the 6th wicket partnership. Bhim Sarki also added 56 runs with Arif Sheikh before he departed for 70 runs. Arif Sheikh remained unbeaten on 43. Kushal Malla chipped in with 32 runs while Sandeep Lamichhane made 27 runs. Junaid Siddiqui was the most successful bowler for UAE with 3 wickets. Chasing 230 runs for victory, UAE started badly as they lost the early wicket of Mohammad Wasim in the very first over itself. Aryan Lakra added 93 runs for the 2nd wicket partnership with Asif Khan. Lakra departed after scoring a well-compiled 50 runs. UAE lost 2 more wickets, that of Vritya Arvind and Chanda Gopial Rizwan. UAE, after a flurry of wickets, were reduced to 160 runs for the loss of 6 wickets and were eventually bowled out for 187 runs. Following the conclusion of the UAE tour, Nepal will play PNG and the UAE again in the home series beginning from 9th of March. Team Nepal need to win at least 3 of the remaining 4 matches to retain their ODI status, while all wins will secure the 3rd place and a spot in the World Cup global qualifiers.
And that is it. They have won a lot of hearts.
It's time now for the weather update. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.